They can't resist you anymore. This is why, my beloved soul, stop for a moment. This is not a coincidence. You were guided here for a reason. There is something hidden, something quietly unfolding in your life right now, and the universe has been waiting for this exact moment to reveal it to you. You may have felt the shift, the subtle change in energy, the way certain doors are beginning to open, or how certain people are suddenly drawn toward you without explanation. Listen closely, this is your confirmation. They can't resist you anymore. This is why, it's not about force. It's not about chasing. It's about alignment. Your energy has been transforming in ways you couldn't fully see before. The pain you carried, the lessons you endured, the silent growth you went through, it has elevated your presence. There is something divine within you that is now impossible to ignore. What was once overlooked is now magnetic. What once felt delayed is now divinely timed. The universe is aligning hearts, paths, and opportunities in your favor. People feel your light, even if they don't understand it. They sense your authenticity, your peace, your strength. And here's the hidden truth: you didn't become this by accident. Every moment brought you here. So don't doubt it now. Step into this energy. Trust what is unfolding. You are being seen, valued, and drawn toward the life that was always meant for you. If this message resonates with your soul, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe, and stay with me until the end of this video, because what comes next will reveal exactly how to step fully into this divine calling. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. They can't resist you anymore, and you have felt it, haven't you? That subtle shift in the air when you walk into a space. The way silence bends toward you. The way eyes linger just a moment longer than they used to. You have questioned it, doubted it, even tried to dismiss it as coincidence. But I tell you now, it is not coincidence. It is alignment. It is the echo of something ancient within you finally awakening. I have been guiding this transformation long before you became aware of it. Every challenge, every delay, every moment of loneliness, it was all part of the preparation. You were not being ignored. You were being shaped. There was a time when you felt invisible, when your presence went unnoticed, when your voice seemed to dissolve before it reached others. You carried the weight of being overlooked, misunderstood, or underestimated. But even then, I was watching closely. I was refining your spirit in the quiet places where no one else could see. I was strengthening the core of who you are, removing the need for validation from the outside so that your power could come from within. What you once saw as rejection was, in truth, protection. What you once called delay was, in truth, divine timing. Now the energy around you has changed. It is not loud, but it is undeniable. It draws people in without effort, without force. This is because you are no longer seeking approval, you are embodying truth. And truth has a gravity to it that cannot be ignored. People sense it, even if they cannot explain it. They feel a calm strength in your presence, a quiet confidence that does not demand attention yet commands it effortlessly. This is why they cannot resist you anymore. It is not about appearance, status, or words, it is about the frequency of your being. But understand this shift did not happen overnight. There were moments when you almost gave up, when you questioned your worth, when you wondered if anything would ever change. You walked through uncertainty, through emotional storms, through periods where nothing seemed to move forward. And still, you kept going. Even when your faith felt small, you held on to it. Even when your path was unclear, you continued step by step. That perseverance has opened a door that cannot be closed. Now others are beginning to notice what I have always seen in you. They see your resilience, your depth, your quiet wisdom. They feel drawn to your energy because it offers something rare, authenticity. In a world where many wear masks, you have learned to stand in your truth. And that truth shines brighter than anything artificial ever could. It is not something you need to prove. It simply is. And because it is real, it resonates deeply with those who are ready to receive it. Yet with this new attention comes a responsibility. Not everyone who is drawn to you understands you. Some will admire you from a distance, unsure of how to approach your energy. Others may try to come close, seeking something they cannot name. You must remain grounded. Do not lose yourself in their perceptions. Do not shrink to make others comfortable, nor expand in ways that are not true to you. Stay centered in the essence I have placed within you. That is your anchor. There will also be those who feel unsettled by your transformation. Not because you have done anything wrong, but because your growth reflects what they have not yet faced within themselves. This is not your burden to carry. You are not here to dim your light to ease their discomfort. You are here to continue evolving, to continue rising, to continue becoming more of who you were created to be. Let your presence inspire, but do not let it be controlled by the reactions of others. You may wonder why this is happening now. Why the shift feels so sudden, so intense. It is because you have reached a threshold. A point where your inner work has aligned with the timing I have set. The seeds you planted in patience are now beginning to bloom. And with that bloom comes visibility. Not just in the eyes of others, but in your own awareness. You are starting to see yourself more clearly, more honestly, more powerfully. And that self-recognition amplifies everything. Do not rush this process. Do not try to control how others respond to you. Simply continue being present, being aware, being aligned. The more you remain in your truth, the stronger this energy will become. It is not something that can be taken away, because it was never given by the world, it was awakened from within you. And what comes from within, guided by me, is unshakable. There is still more unfolding, more layers revealing themselves in time. What you are experiencing now is only the beginning of a greater transformation. You are stepping into a version of yourself that once felt distant, almost unreachable. But now it is becoming your reality. And as it does, your influence will expand in ways you cannot yet fully see. So stand firm. Stay grounded. Trust what you feel, even if you cannot explain it. This pull, this attention, this shift, it is real. It is the result of everything you have endured, everything you have learned, everything you have become. They can't resist you anymore, not because you have changed for them, but because you have finally aligned with what I created you to be. And this is only the beginning. And as this beginning unfolds, you will notice something even deeper taking place within you. It is not just how others respond to your presence, it is how you respond to yourself. There is a quiet recognition growing inside you, a knowing that no longer seeks confirmation. You are starting to trust your own voice in a way you never have before. Where once you hesitated, now you pause with awareness. Where once you doubted, now you observe with clarity. This is not arrogance, and it is not illusion. It is alignment with the truth I have always placed within you. You are remembering who you are, and that remembrance is reshaping everything around you. There is a rhythm to this transformation, a sacred unfolding that cannot be rushed or forced. You may feel moments of intensity, as if everything is accelerating at once, followed by moments of stillness where nothing seems to move. Do not be confused by this contrast. Both are necessary. The intensity reveals what is ready to rise, and the stillness allows it to settle into your being. I am guiding you through both, even when you cannot see the direction clearly. Trust the pauses just as much as you trust the movement. In stillness, I am speaking to you in ways that words cannot carry. You are beginning to notice that your energy speaks before you do. People feel your presence before you even say a word. This is not something you need to control, it is something you need to honor. The way you carry yourself, the thoughts you nurture, the emotions you allow to stay within you, all of these shape the energy you radiate. That is why your inner world matters more now than ever before. Guard it with awareness. Not fear, not restriction, but understanding. What you cultivate within will always echo outward. There were times when you gave too much of yourself, hoping it would bring connection, hoping it would bring acceptance. But now you are learning a different way. You are learning that your value does not increase by overextending yourself. It deepens when you remain true to your essence. This is why others are drawn to you now. You are no longer trying to convince anyone of your worth. You are living it quietly, naturally, without effort. And that authenticity has a power that cannot be imitated. Do not be surprised if certain connections begin to shift or fall away. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into this new phase. Some were part of your learning, not your becoming. Release them with understanding, not resistance. There is no need for conflict, no need for explanation beyond what feels right in your heart. When something no longer aligns, it will naturally move out of your space. This is not loss, it is alignment making room for what truly belongs. At the same time, new energies will begin to enter your life. Some will come as opportunities, others as people who reflect your growth in ways that feel both exciting and unfamiliar. You may feel a mixture of curiosity and caution, and that is natural. Allow yourself to observe without rushing into conclusions. Not everything that enters your life is meant to stay, but everything has something to reveal. Stay present, and you will recognize what aligns with your path. You are also becoming more sensitive to what feels true and what does not. Situations that once seemed acceptable may now feel heavy or misaligned. This is not you becoming difficult, it is you becoming aware. Your spirit is refining its ability to discern, to recognize what resonates with your deeper self and what does not. Honor that awareness. It is one of the greatest tools I have given you. It will guide you even when logic cannot. There will be moments when this heightened awareness feels overwhelming. You may wish, even briefly, to return to the simplicity of not knowing, of not feeling so deeply. But understand this, what you are experiencing is expansion. And expansion often feels unfamiliar before it becomes natural. Give yourself grace in these moments. You are adjusting to a new way of being, and that takes time. You are not expected to have everything figured out. You are only asked to remain open. As your presence grows stronger, so will your influence. Not in a way that demands attention, but in a way that inspires it. People will begin to look to you for guidance, even if they do not say it directly. They will observe how you move, how you respond, how you carry yourself through challenges. This is why your integrity matters. Not perfection, but honesty. Not control, but awareness. You are not here to be flawless, you are here to be real. And in that realness, others will find permission to be themselves. Do not let this influence become a burden. You are not responsible for how others interpret your journey. You are only responsible for staying aligned with your truth. Led by being, not by forcing. Teach by living, not by proving. The more you remain grounded in who you are, the more naturally your presence will guide those who are meant to learn from you. There is also a deeper layer of strength awakening within you, one that is calm, steady, and unshaken by external noise. This strength does not react impulsively. It observes, understands, and responds with clarity. You will find yourself less affected by opinions that once held power over you. Not because you no longer care, but because you now see beyond them. You recognize that your path is not meant to be understood by everyone. And that realization brings a quiet freedom. With this freedom comes a new kind of peace. Not the absence of challenges, but the ability to remain centered within them. Life will continue to move, to change, to present situations that test your patience and your perspective. But you are no longer the same person who once faced those challenges. You are evolving, and with that evolution comes a different way of navigating the world. You may also begin to notice that your desires are changing. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same weight. And what once felt distant or impossible may now feel within reach. This is not random, it is a reflection of your inner alignment. As you grow, your vision expands. Allow your desires to evolve without questioning their validity. They are guiding you toward experiences that match your current state of being. Remember, you are not becoming someone new, you are uncovering what has always been within you. Every layer you release, every truth you accept, every step you take in awareness is bringing you closer to your essence. And that essence is powerful, not because it dominates, but because it aligns. There is a presence within you that cannot be shaken, a light that does not depend on external validation. That is what others are responding to. That is why they cannot resist you anymore. It is not something you need to maintain through effort. It sustains itself through your alignment with me. And as you continue forward, there will be moments of revelation that shift your understanding even further. Insights that arrive without warning, clarity that emerges in silence, realizations that change the way you see everything. Pay attention to these moments. They are guidance. You are being led, even when the path is not fully visible. You are being supported, even when you feel alone. You are being transformed, even when you do not recognize the process. Trust this. Trust yourself. Trust the unfolding. Because what is happening within you now is preparing you for something even greater. And as you release that final layer of resistance within yourself, something profound begins to settle into your being, a quiet certainty that no longer seeks permission to exist. You are no longer asking, "Am I enough?" because you are starting to live as the answer itself. This shift is subtle, yet it changes everything. It alters how you walk, how you speak, how you think, and how you feel. It is not something you perform for others to see. It is something you embody, naturally and without effort. This is the moment where your transformation becomes irreversible. There was a time when you tried to control every outcome, when uncertainty made you restless, when the unknown felt like something to fear. But now, you are beginning to understand that not everything is meant to be controlled. Some things are meant to be trusted. You are learning to move with life instead of against it. This does not mean you stop caring or stop planning. It means you release the need to force what is not aligned. And in that release, you find a deeper kind of freedom. You may notice that your reactions are changing. Situations that once triggered strong emotions may now pass through you with less intensity. This is not because you have become indifferent, but because you have become aware. You are no longer reacting from old patterns, you are responding from presence. This awareness creates space between what happens and how you choose to engage with it. And in that space, you find your power. There is also a growing sense of detachment, not from life, but from the need to hold on to everything so tightly. You are learning that not everything is yours to carry. Some things are meant to pass through your experience without becoming part of your identity. This realization brings a lightness to your spirit. It allows you to move forward without being weighed down by what no longer serves you. As your inner world becomes more balanced, your outer world will begin to reflect that harmony. Opportunities will appear in unexpected ways. Conversations will feel more meaningful. Connections will become more aligned. This is not coincidence, it is resonance. What you are cultivating within yourself is shaping what you attract into your life. Continue to nurture that inner alignment, and you will see it mirrored around you. You are also becoming more intentional with your energy. You are starting to recognize where it is valued and where it is not. This awareness allows you to make choices that protect your peace without isolating yourself. You are learning that it is not your role to give endlessly without receiving. Balance is essential. And as you honor that balance, your relationships will begin to shift in meaningful ways. There will be moments when your growth feels misunderstood. People may notice that you are changing, but they may not understand why. They may try to bring you back to who you used to be because that version of you is familiar to them. But you must remain steady. You are not here to remain the same for the comfort of others. You are here to evolve, to expand, to become. This does not mean you lose your compassion. In fact, your compassion deepens. But it becomes wiser. You begin to understand the difference between supporting others and losing yourself in their struggles. You learn to offer presence without overextending, to care without carrying what is not yours. This balance allows you to remain grounded while still being open. There is a strength within you now that does not need to be proven. It is not loud or forceful. It is steady, calm, and unwavering. This strength comes from your connection to your truth, from your willingness to face yourself honestly, from your commitment to growth even when it was difficult. It is a strength that cannot be taken from you because it was built from within. You are also beginning to see your past differently. What once felt like mistakes or setbacks now appear as necessary steps in your journey. You are able to look back with understanding instead of regret. You see how every experience contributed to who you are now. This perspective brings closure to what once felt unresolved. It allows you to move forward without being tied to the past. As you continue on this path, your vision for your life may become clearer. not in a rigid, fixed way, but in a sense of direction. You may feel drawn towards certain paths, ideas, or goals that align with your deeper self. Trust these inclinations. They are guiding you toward experiences that match your growth. You do not need to have everything figured out, you only need to take the next step with awareness. There is also a deeper connection forming between you and the present moment. You are learning to appreciate what is in front of you instead of constantly reaching for what is next. This does not mean you stop growing, it means you stop overlooking the value of where you are right now. The present moment is where your power exists. It is where your awareness lives. And it is where your transformation continues to unfold. You may also find that your intuition is becoming stronger. You sense things before they are spoken. You feel shifts in energy that you once ignored. This is your inner guidance becoming clearer. Do not dismiss it. The more you listen, the stronger it becomes. It will guide you in ways that logic alone cannot. There will still be challenges. Growth does not remove difficulty, it changes how you meet it. But now, you are better equipped. You have awareness, resilience, and trust. You have a deeper understanding of yourself and your path. And with that understanding, you are able to navigate challenges with a sense of calm that was not there before. You are no longer chasing validation. You are no longer trying to prove your worth. You are no longer shrinking or overextending to fit into spaces that do not align with you. You are standing in your truth, fully and unapologetically. And that truth is enough. This is why your presence feels different now. This is why others notice you without understanding why. This is why they are drawn to you in ways they cannot explain. It is not something you are doing, it is something you are being. And that being is aligned, authentic, and real. You have stepped into a new phase of your life, one where your inner and outer worlds are beginning to align. This alignment will continue to deepen as long as you remain aware, present, and true to yourself. There is no need to rush, no need to force, no need to question your worth. You are already becoming everything you were meant to be. And now, as this message comes to its close, understand this clearly: the journey you are on does not end here. This is not a final destination, it is a continuation. There will always be more to discover, more to understand, more to become. But you no longer walk this path with doubt. You walk it with knowing. And that knowing will guide you, always. Amen.